The movie starts with a fashion designer for a children's clothing line, Christine, her husband Felix, and their daughter Bobs. Christine leaves Bobs at school and heads to her fashion show. While the children are walking down the ramp, her phone rings. She receives the call. She is notified about an incident. She is shocked and disconnects the call and sees a tick-infested dog enters the room. It comes at Christine and shakes its body, and the ticks stick all over Christine's body. All of a sudden, the dog and the ticks disappear, leaving her terrified. However, one tick is stuck at the back of her neck. After an 8-month jump cut, Christine is suffering from some kind of strange illness and takes medications for it. She wears her lucky red shoes and leaves for a meeting. Her client appreciates her work, but she experiences tremors. She reaches home and receives a call from her client that her designs are good, but they need some changes and the manufacturing will be done in India. A Filipino woman named Diana claims that Christine had invited her and that she is here to help. Christine says that she doesn't have any memory of this, but Diana insists. Christine takes her inside, saying that she hasn't even prepared a room for her, as she can't recall calling Diana. Together they prepare a room for Diana. After Christine leaves, Diana sees a tick, captures it in a matchbox, and keeps it in her suitcase, which is filled with strange stuff. As the story progresses, flashbacks of Diana's past life also progress. Diana has a dream of giving birth to her daughter. Simultaneously, Christine also has the dream of giving birth to Bobs. Felix and Bobs return home. Felix is suspicious about Diana's arrival. Bobs is rude to Diana and asks her to call her Roberta, as only her close ones call her Bobs. Diana offers that she will cook dinner. She collects the ashes from the fireplace and hears through a duct that Christine and Felix are talking about her. Felix is doubtful of Diana, but Christine asks him not to give her stress as she is not well. Diana sees a xylophone and plays it. While cooking, Diana adds a secret ingredient to the food. The family is at the dinner table when Christine has severe pain in her arm. Felix tries to take her to the bedroom, but Diana says that she can help. She rubs Christine's hand and then starts tickling her. Christine starts laughing and her pain vanishes. Felix and Bobs are surprised. Christine is happy and says that her pain is gone. Diana enters Christine's studio and sees an old sewing machine and a picture of Diana and a Filipino girl. Diana keeps the ash that she has collected from the fireplace outside her room. She hears whispers in the Filipino language that I am here with you. In a flashback, young Diana is dancing with a young boy. In the morning, Bobs sees the footprints of a young girl on the ashes that Diana had kept outside her room. Diana brings breakfast to Christine's bedroom and asks her about the old sewing machine, on which Christine says that she misses using it. She thanks Diana for the breakfast. Christine wants to show Diana the way to Bob's school, but forgets the route, on which Diana says that they can go on foot. Christine is worried and says that she can't even call the cab. Diana offers her help. Christine says that tickling won't help. Diana says this time it won't be tickling. Diana starts treating Christine with her remedies and tell her that when the water is clean, the bad stuff that is inside her is gone, and asks Christine only to trust her. Christine asks her that if it is a folk remedy. Diana tells her when she was a little girl, an old lady came to their home. She was an Umu, and Umu has supernatural powers which can heal or destroy someone. The old Umu was dying and her soul enters Diana's body. From then onwards, she possessed supernatural powers, collected herbs and plants from the woods, and understood the art of healing. Christine is skeptical about Diana's story, but is impressed by her healing powers and feels great. Diana hears from the ventilation duct Christine and Felix talking. Felix thinks that Diana practices voodoo, but Christine thinks that he is exaggerating, and she is feeling great. Felix surrenders by saying that it's all that matters. Diana is whispering some spells on the matchbox in which she had captured the tick. Then she keeps the matchbox in the fireplace, where she has set up a display of suspicious items. She adds a picture of her daughter to the display. Christine hands Diana a note stating that she gets rashes, hair loss, headaches, shivers, and memory loss. Christine tells her encounter with the sick dog and asks Diana to cure her. She also offers her compensation, but Diana refuses and asks Christine only to trust her. Christine says that she trusts her completely. Diana collects Christine's blood by poking holes in her foot toes. One night Bobs sees Diana flying and tells Felix what she saw. He doesn't believe her and says that she must have been dreaming. In the meanwhile, Diana collects Christine's nails and her hair. Diana keeps Christine's blood and nails in a tiny bottle and keeps them in her room at the fireplace display. She also burns Christine's hair while murmuring spells. Diana's medicines are missing. She searches everywhere but couldn't find them. Diana says that Christine wanted to throw them. Christine doesn't recall and thinks that she had another memory loss. Felix is not happy about Christine lying so much on Diana. Diana and Bobs are on their way to school when Bobs complains that her mother doesn't have time for her. Felix talks to Diana and asks her not to mess with Christine's mind, but Diana refuses and says that she will chase the problem out of Christine's head. They argue and Diana asks him to leave. She also advises him to be careful on the stairs. When Felix exits Diana's room, their pet bird comes from nowhere and flies above his head. To save himself, he slaps the bird away, killing it. A tick comes out of the bird and vanishes. Bobs is devastated by the bird's death. She tells Diana that she doesn't have any friends at school. Her mother is sick and her dad is a murderer. And the only friend that she had, which was a bird, is also dead. Diana consoles her and befriends Bobs. She ensures her that she will be with her always. On the way to school, Diana tells Bobs that she also didn't have friends. Diana suggests Bobs bunk school for a day to learn new things. She communicates with a crow and offers Bobs to teach the same. Back at home, Felix enters Diana's room and finds Diana's suspicious display at the fireplace, along with Christine's blood, nails, and her burned hair. He also finds Christine's medicines under Diana's bed. When Diana and Bobs return home, Christine and Felix confront Diana. Felix accuses her of practicing voodoo as well. Angry Christine asks Diana to leave the house. Diana packs her belongings along with the xylophone that she took from the storeroom and frees the tick that she had kept in the matchbox, murmuring spells. She then comes to Bob's room, who is crying and asking her not to leave. Diana says that if she wants her to come back and stay with her forever, she has to do her a favor. She then leaves the house. Christine has a dream that a giant tick is on her and the tick-infested dog is sitting in her room. The next morning, Bobs tells Christine it was Felix who hid her medicines in her car and not Diana. Christine fights with Felix. He says that Bobs must be mistaken. He says that he will stay in the other room till things get sorted. When Felix goes up the stairs, he hears a whisper of Diana to be careful of the stairs. And out of nowhere, a bird comes over his face and he loses his balance and falls. Felix is taken to hospital. Christine takes Bobs to the fashion show of her clothing line, where children are dancing and singing. Simultaneously, Diana is sitting in a dark place and starts playing the xylophone. At the fashion show, Christine starts seeing boils on the faces and bodies of everyone. Diana is playing the xylophone aggressively. At the fashion show, Christine gets petrified as she starts seeing horrifying visions. After some time, everything comes back to normal. Christine is in her bed. She is unwell and asks Bobs to go away. The doorbell rings. Bobs opens the door. It's Diana. Christine sees her and starts crying. Diana says, "Don't worry, I'm here now. We will finish what we have started." Diana feeds ashes to Christine and tells her that it is time to face what is inside her. It is time for her to see and understand. She makes Christine sit behind the sewing machine and sew continuously. Christine had worn her lucky red shoes. In a flashback, Diana takes her daughter to her workplace, which is a garment factory in the Philippines. Christine visited the factory as her garments are produced there. She asked the manager to increase the production target of the workers. She also asked to close the entrance so that the manufacturer's good will be safe and not be stolen. Christine is wearing her lucky red shoes. She comes near Diana's daughter and takes a picture with her. The new rules resulted in the factory being awfully hot. Diana's daughter asks her for coconut water. Diana goes outside to bring it for her. In the meantime, there is a short circuit in the factory and it catches fire. With the main entrance locked, all the workers got trapped inside and had a painful death. Christine is sweaty and thirsty. She asks for water, but Diana refuses and says, "First finish your work." She won't permit Christine to stop sewing. Christine starts vomiting a black substance while Diana is murmuring a spell. Christine is sewing continuously and her studio catches fire. She is petrified. She sees Diana's little girl scared and sees people around her struggling for their life. Diana asks Christine what does she see. Christine tells her that the little girl has closed her eyes as she doesn't want to see people burning and that she's scared. Diana is crying and sees burned bodies all over. She then sees the tick-infested dog, and this is when Christine encountered the same dog at the beginning of the movie. Diana says that she had a beautiful girl just like Bob's, but then came Christine like a parasite, like a tick, sucking everything from them, and that she will take Christine's daughter away from her as she took away her daughter. Christine begs forgiveness. Diana says that she is free now and she will face her judgment and leaves the room. Christine is trapped in flames and her body starts to burn from within. She sees Diana's burnt daughter and screams in pain. Diana comes to Bob's, who is crying, and says goodbye to her. Bob says that she promised that she will not leave her. Diana says that she will keep her promise and asks her to go into the garden and look up. Bobs do as told by Diana. Diana jumps out of the window and Bob sees her flying just like in her dream. And then Diana falls to the ground. Petrified Bobs goes near her. Diana is dying. She opens her mouth and her soul comes out of her mouth and enters Bob's body. At the same time, Felix enters the house and calls Christine. He enters her studio and finds her burned body, wearing her lucky shoes. We see Bobs in the woods collecting plants and herbs, and far away she sees Diana, who is looking at her, and the movie ends. If you like our effort, please subscribe to our channel and leave a comment. It encourages us to make more content for you. Also, please hit the bell icon so that you don't miss our new videos. Thank you.